When I first started content creation, I listened to every single comment on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I should make more content like this. Why did I do this? Why are you slow? Of course, there were good comments that gave me constructive feedback on what I should be improving. And I took it because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was new to the game. I would even ask my friends for advice on what videos I should make. How can I improve my videos? At first, it was great to implement all the feedback, but as time went by, I started to lose my drive because I was making content that I didn't really like, and I kept switching my niches. But when I started to do what I want, more hate came, and I had to learn how to navigate it. So here's how you can cut out the noise and do what you want. The first thing, which might seem bad, but you shouldn't be asking for other people's opinions. When you're first starting, if you're new like I was, it's great to ask for opinions or feedback, but it should come from people who have experience in that field. For example, YouTube. If you want to get better at it, you should ask advice from people who have successful channels. Why? Because they know what the most common mistakes are and they can help you avoid them. There's a lot of advice and tips out there which had me stagnant for a bit. I knew a lot, but I don't know which steps to take. That's the con of too much information. It's great to know a lot, but it'll start to confuse you when you have to make a decision. That's why I say to not ask for people's opinions. It's your life. You don't want to live someone else's life. Parents might have the best interest for you, but again, this is your life. You shouldn't be living their dreams through you. Ask a lot of things at first from experienced people, but then dial back. The second thing is that you have to remind yourself why you're doing this. We want to be doing something, but we lose the motivation halfway. Then we assume that we're doing something wrong because we're getting a bunch of hate comments or nothing is moving forward. Well, I had many of those instances on this channel and social media. I would post and post, but nothing would stick. When I was on the executive board for a club, I lost my reason why I was doing it. That's why you have to remind yourself why you're doing the thing. Instead of me being disappointed in the views or the likes of my new video, I know my goal is to make an impact on men's lives, especially for the long term. Of course, it would be nice to have immediate success, but I have to remind myself that this process will take time. It might suck. You'll hear people doubt you, but you have to remember why. Why are you working that job? Why are you making a business or creating content? Who needs your product right now that will help them? Look, people will root for you when you're at your worst. They'll start to question and judge you when you're starting to do better than them. It's unfortunately a harsh reality stemming from jealousy because you remind them that they gave up on their dreams. The next thing they can do is have optimism. I'm a natural pessimist, which sometimes hurts my outlook on what I do. You start to look at the worst outcomes. For example, this channel, where I thought it was a waste of time because I wasn't making an impact. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. People hate in the comments, which makes me think I'm doing something wrong. I get to make videos for you. I get to share my knowledge and make an impact on your lives. I get to work on a passion and create content in a stable country. And during that process, I had to shift my mindset that I'll see success. Most people will see my videos eventually. I just have to keep trying and maintaining the positivity. You have to see the positives, which ties in to your reason why. I'm sure there are times in your lives where you didn't want to do something like applying to a part-time job because you think it will hurt your social life or make you more uncomfortable. I know I didn't want to work in high school because I thought I would spend less time with my friends. And internally, I was scared of social interactions because I wasn't good at socializing at all. But I saw it as an opportunity. I knew I needed to improve myself, and a restaurant job is the best place to do it. Bad things may happen, but the good things always outweigh it. You have to shift your focus on the positives, not the negatives. It's like when you think about red cars. When you only think about red cars, you start to see and notice red cars. That means your focus is crucial. Think positively, even if you have to brainwash yourself to see it. The last thing is confidence. This is tied with optimism, but you need to be confident in what you do, or else you'll constantly seek external validation. You become a dog and start asking, am I doing this right? You'll start to implement advice from people who aren't even qualified. You need to be a confident man. You can't crumble under their hate and expectations. Again, bringing it back to YouTube, if you look at my old videos, I started out as vlogging, and I don't anymore because I lacked confidence. I didn't think people cared about track or my goals for track, and I thought my life was not interesting enough for the audiences because all I did was eat, sleep, study, train. And now I make these type of videos for you guys because I'm more confident in making an impact. And I honestly find these videos more helpful and meaningful because I'm impacting an audience like you. Vlogs are usually for entertainment, where I just documented my own journey, which I will start when I move into my new apartment. Anyways, you have to develop that grit and confidence. You have to tell yourself that you can do this and you can make it happen. Try it out for a year. During that process, your self-talk should be you trying to make it work because you're confident in it. If you lack confidence, your focus will be swayed. You want to start doing this and that because you aren't confident in what you're doing right now. You follow shiny object syndrome, where you bounce between different ideas because you didn't want to stick to one for 1 year. So, believe in what you're doing. Stick to it for 1 year. Kill the noise from those who aren't in the position that you want to be in. Be optimistic about the future, but don't be complacent. Thank you for watching, bro. And if you haven't already, check out last week's video right here. Go improve it.